In today's video, let's talk about the Detrended Price Oscillator, or as it is known in the market, the DPO. Bombastic name, isn't it? The idea of the DPO, first of all, it is a momentum-based indicator, but with a twist. What it does, it isolates the short-term cycles by removing the long-term cycles from the price. And the way it happens is very simple. The indicator subtracts the moving average from the price and isolates, remove the longer cycles, focusing on the very short cyclical moves, helping the traders to focus on the here and now, on the current momentum, on the shorter momentum, and helps to fine tuning many times and refine the accuracy of the entry, that again relevant to the short-term momentum. Let's see where do we find the indicator. So under the indicator section, you go to the oscillators, and a momentum-based indicator that called the Detrended Price Oscillator is here. By default, it is applied to the 21 period of the moving average, the simple moving average, important to mention, with a source that applies to the close. You can, of course, identify the type and the thickness of the line, as well as predefine the visibility on what time frames and chart types you would be able to see the indicator. And you can also add the levels. I love to work with the level of 0 because it helps to spot these very crosses above or below the 0 to understand when and where the short cycle is actually gaining positive or negative momentum. And there are several usages of these indicators. Let's talk about them. So the very first classical, powerful in the way to use this indicator is to join the trends when you have sequences of higher highs, higher lows on the price, and then the indicator crosses below the 0 and go again above the 0. Classical, once again, remember, it isolates the longer term, right, the short-term cycle by removing the long-term cycle, and as simple as that, in the here and now. And that helps to fine-tune the entries and find these very strong momentums when the cross happens, when the momentum is there, and it basically lines up with the price structure and provides fantastic, optimized many times entries to join the trend at the right time, at the right place, with the right momentum. And the same is applied when the market is in a bearish trend and you can see sequence of lower highs, lower lows, and then after corrections, look for the places where we cross above the 0 and then again below the 0, right here, to give the signs that the bearish momentum is happening on the short term. Isolating the long-term cycle allows the optimized, fine-tuned, polished, call it as you would like, way to enter at the right time, at the right place, with the right momentum, in that time to the bearish side. And the second method to use this indicator, the DPO indicator, is with extreme points. When does that happen? There is no specific level to identify that, but when you look at peaks like here and like here, and you compare that to the average peaks, highs, and lows that happened in a given significant, let's say, amount of bars or specific trends, look what happens in these peaks. When you look at the highest peaks there, especially above the average, this one is significantly high. When you compare this low to all the other lows around that in the given trend, you understand that this is significantly lower, and then of course this low. That helps to identify that the situations where we are very likely in very extreme overbought and oversold, like here, here, and here, and then it will help us to spot overbought conditions or oversold conditions and spot these fantastic reversals.